board will continue to make wise decisions on behalf of our public. We pray that you'll continue to lead, guide, and forgive us for sins, and keep us safe as we leave here today in Christ's name.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Lance, you want to do the roll call, please?
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Toller?
Here.
Commissioner Foster?
Here.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Gould?
Having a quorum, we'll call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda, approval of the regular meeting minutes of the 24th last month. Everybody had a chance to look at those. Any corrections or?
Move to approve.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Toller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Gould?
Public comments. Committee reports.
We had a 911 meeting. It was a short meeting, but looks like CSI is going to be applying for a grant from Madeline Davis Rubber, and we're going to be applying for a grant for a voice recorder next year, and they're going to be replacing some new dispatch computer equipment this next week coming up. So at 5, Sherry and I attended that. There's the RBDG grant application cycle runs from January the 1st to the end of March. There's quite a bit of talk about the census and the information that's Jeff wrote a good article about the loan program that was in the Gazette, and the chairman down there, Ken Carlson, made the comment that he thought it was a good article for that. So, thank you. Shawnee Development, we had a lot of good helpers the last time the truck come in. We actually had 7 tons of food come in, so as Paula knows, that was big shipment. But we had a lot of good helpers and got it all going really quick, put where it's supposed to be. William, do you know how many senior packs there were this time? 200. 200. So we're up on that too. So that's all good.
Anybody else? Building permits, none. I think there's a meeting this morning, I'm pretty sure, at 9:30. Where Kevin is. I know there is. I had an invitation to it for with the FEMA people as far as the floods and all that, still going over last year's stuff before it starts again this year, I guess. Old business, none. New business, approved payment of bills. Everybody had a chance to look at the bills?
I'll say.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Toller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Gould?
Yes.
Union County Senior Citizens Contribution. We're just asking for normal.
Yes, we normally give them $6,000 at a time, so
Is that what they're asking for?
yes.
Yes. I'll make that.
I'll say.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Toller?
Yes.
Commissioner Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Gould.
This is some housekeeping, resolutions for maintenance under the Illinois Highway Code. It has to do with our MFT tax money. I think we have to do this every year, right?
Yes.
Out of $850,000. So it's just routine stuff, so they get their money. I make a motion we approve this resolution for maintenance under the Illinois Highway Code.
I'll second.
Commissioner Pitts,
Yes.
Commissioner Toller, Commissioner Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Gould.
Next item is engagement letter between Menard Consulting Incorporated and Union County in connection with GASB 75 financial reporting requirements. I'm going to let Angie explain this. It was a finding on our audit last year, which it's something new today, isn't it?
Yeah, so it was a new requirement last year that we didn't find out about till after we had already had the budget set. So the auditor said, it's fine, it'll just be a note in your audit that you need to have that done the next year, which is this year. Basically, it's an actuarial evaluation on our retiree health insurance. So since we offer that plan that allows, based on years of service, the county makes contributions in the future, we have to have an actuarial study done to say what's our obligation in the future that we need to start looking at now. So this company is going to come in. Good news is last year when I got a quote, it was $5,000. And this year that company,
City of Allen would claim the City of Allen to the County of Union. We'll have to table, again, that final document is being prepared. We have some corrections to make to it, so we'll leave that on for hopefully next week.
Well, and if I may, I had the quitclaim deed prepared with the recommended corrections. Where I was mistaken is Angie emailed me that with the recommended corrections. In my head, I had that was the actual sales contract from Anna being approved, and I still have not received that. So I misspoke to you the other day
Okay.
in the hallway, so I still have actually not heard back from Dory yet.
Okay. Well, we talked to her yesterday.
Okay.
She was here for a meeting with the mayors from around the county, and supposed to be coming.
yes, she said she was going to call you directly.
Okay. So hopefully that gets wound up, so.
Definitely. So I've got the deed ready now, the recommended, the page number and the recorder stuff, so
Yeah.
we should be ready when we get it.
We will, if she does not contact you in the next couple days, or today, or Monday, please let me or Angie know, so we can
We'll do.
get that taken care of. off here, so. We don't have anything for executive session. Anybody here have any other business they need to bring up? Guys? If not, motion for adjournment.
Make the motion. Second.
Commissioner Pitts,
Yes.
Commissioner Toller,
Yes.
Commissioner Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Gould.
Thanks, everyone. I think that might have been a record.